Song Yadong says that in 2008, he was selling souvenirs outside of the Olympic arena in Beijing when Henry Cejudo won his gold medal. And he adds that time flies. They're fighting Saturday in the main event of UFC Seattle.
Chasing dreams that fight to sing, ready for the bell to sound. Fighting keeps me earthbound. Budgets flying, I rise in this battle, true rise.
The bout order for Saturday's card: Menafield Walker, Silva Bagdasarian, Font Matsumoto, Allen Hernandez, Cejudo Yadong. Dana White will be in attendance. I have been home 11 days in the last 54 days. It's going to be a crazy year. See you soon, Seattle. Austin Vanderford makes his UFC debut on short notice against Veretennikov on the card. Veretennikov is a slight favorite. He looks pretty good in his last fight against Danny Barlow, although he lost a split decision, but his striking is pretty good, so he's a slight favorite on that one.
Advice for someone who wants to come out and be in this position and do this is, follow your dreams, work hard, and never give up on yourself, because this sport is about the longevity, and where we experience the highs and the lows, and it's the people who just continue to move forward who make the biggest strides and end up in these places.
Jailton Almeida says if Aspinall and Gane end up fighting in May, then he'd like to fight Volkov on the same card or even be a backup fighter for that fight. But no such fight has been made. It's just speculation if they can't do Jones versus Aspinall. Gane is ranked number 2, Aspinall number 1, and Jailton Almeida is ranked number 6. Bohayo on what's next for him says, I think there's only 2 options right now for me in the division. I think it's the Whitaker fight or Nasruddin Imavov. I would prefer Imavov if we're talking about the belt and all that, but stylistically, I think me and Whitaker could do a way better fight. Imavov may be reluctant to fight Bohayo because he's number 1 now and Bohayo's number 6, but they could do Bohayo-Whitaker and have Adesanya rematch Strickland, or they could do Whitaker versus Strickland because they haven't fought yet, and then do Adesanya versus Bohayo. DDP fights Hamzat for the belt, and Imavov takes on the winner. That takes care of the top 6. As far as the rest of the division, Vettori's going to fight Dolidze. Allen's fighting Fluffy Hernandez. Costa can take on Bo Nickel, or Bo Nickel can take on Kopylov, and Michelle Pereira is going to be taking on Abus Magomedov. Carlos Prates says, we're back in April, just waiting for Dana White to make the announcement, so he may end up on that Miami card, UFC 314. Some hypothesize he'll fight Jeff Neal, a striker who's ranked number 10, and Prates is 13. UFC is trying to build some new welterweight contenders like Prates and Morales, who will be taking on number 8 ranked Burns. Morales is number 12. PFL coming to Australia, a location they haven't been to in the past. Their next 4 events are going to be in Orlando in April. Mokaev says that one championship offered him a 6-fight deal, but he declined. Muhammad Mokaev doesn't know how he's difficult to work with. Dana White said that the matchmaker says he's hard to work with, so that's why they didn't re-sign him.
I really don't know. Difficult, which weight, 7 fights, under 2 years, 4 finishes, never pulled out from the fight, never missed weight. Under 24 months. I think that's what other flyweight have done this, and now I have 4 wins over top 15 ranked opponents, and difficult to work with. What I don't understand.
But sadly, she was rather difficult to work with.
Schofield Jr. got ill, so he's out of his fight with Shakur Stevenson Saturday in Riyadh, so Josh Padley replaces him. Jonathan Haggerty fighting in one championship in Qatar on Thursday. He says his final goal is to do MMA. Patricio Pitbull hasn't signed with the UFC yet. There were talks between the former Bellator 2-division champ and the UFC, but nothing concrete at the moment. Anthony Hernandez is in the co-main event against Brendan Allen. It's a 3-round co-main event. A 5-rounder would have served Anthony Hernandez well because he has some crazy cardio, kind of like a 185 Marab. But nonetheless, it's 3 rounds, but Hernandez is happy that he has a chance to break into the top 10 with the victory.
I feel like I've been stuck at 14, 13 for ever. You know what I mean? But injuries happen, shit happens, I get it. And then the fights that happen, it's hard to kind of keep up with the rankings. But I'm excited to go out there, make a statement, get closer to that number one, you know what I mean? Like even when I first came in the UFC, I didn't really understand grappling that well, and I've made it my life lately, you know what I mean? And just listen to the coaches and keep doing everything they tell me to do, and don't argue with no shit. Keep a white belt mentality, and that's helped me grow so much, and the proof is in the pudding because it's been shown the last 6 fights, you know what I mean? So I just keep my head down and listen to the coaches and work my ass off. It's a team effort. Saturday, hopefully nothing's up, you know what I mean? And we can get back to work, and I'm not sure what the rest of 2025 looks like. I would like to get 2 more in, or 1 more, or that's going to get me into the title shot, but ideally if I can get another fight, make a statement with a top some guy by the end of the year, fight for the title would be dope. I would love a busy year. It's just about Saturday. Hopefully nothing's up, you know what I mean? And we can get back to work, and I'm not sure what the rest of 2025 looks like. I would like to get 2 more in, or 1 more, or that's going to get me into the title shot, but ideally if I can get another fight, make a statement with a top some guy by the end of the year, fight for the title would be dope. I would love a busy year. It's just about, can I stay healthy, you know what I mean?
Right.
DC.
Yeah.
He's voiced some serious concerns about Pereira's fight prep. Well, you know, he talked about seeing photos of Pereira shaking Drake's hand at a concert.
Okay.
Down under, just like 2 weeks before the fight. Mokaev has been completely locked in at the UFC Performance Institute in Las Vegas. DC even ran into him there.
Oh, wow.
And say he's never seen Mokaev so focused and determined. So there's a whole contingent that is vehemently defending Pereira's approach.
Okay.
You know, they're citing his experience and past successes. You know, Pereira has a history of thriving under pressure and even performing well on short notice. So they're argued that this might just be his style.
This is a higher peak elevation tent. This tent mimics me fighting, or just getting used to and acclimating to the elevation in which I'm going to be fighting at the end of next month, which is March 29th. So next is the higher peak machine. Right here. You just press this button on here, and then it obviously transfers the oxygen. Higher peak, check it out. It's definitely something that can be a game changer.